Hello, my name's John Rowan and welcome to aset Channel's English lessons. So, what am I going to teach you today? Well, let me see. That's what I'm going to teach you today. We're going to practice hesitation devices. Hesitation devices are small words that we use when we're thinking what to say. So for example, many Japanese people say etto when they're thinking about what they want to say. And the listener understands that they have to wait. So it makes the conversation comfortable. If you just pause and don't say anything, the conversation is a little bit uncomfortable. But if you use a hesitation device, it makes things much more smooth. So, our first one, number one. So, you're thinking about it. It's very easy. The person listening to you knows that you're thinking and will wait. Well. I use this one a lot. Well. Then we have, let me see. Let me see. Again, you're thinking about it. When we say let me see, then it's maybe a little bit more difficult question and you need to think a little bit more. But your listener will wait. He or she understands that you're thinking. Wow. Let me see. Here, you still haven't thought of something. So you've said, well. You didn't think of something? Let me see. You're still thinking. Then you'll give the answer. So your listener will patiently wait. That is a good question. This is a sentence, not a hesitation device. This is when someone asks you a really difficult question and you have to think about it. But again, your listener will wait for you. If you don't use these hesitation devices, the listener feels very uncomfortable while they're waiting. So, they're very small parts of language, but very important parts for smooth communication, smooth conversation. So, we're going to practice some. So, I need someone to ask me some questions, but in aset today, I'm the only person here. But sometimes we have the aset ghost who comes and talks to me. So maybe, if we're lucky, the aset ghost will ask some questions.
John, what did you eat for dinner last night?
Oh, I ate spaghetti. It was kind of bolognese spaghetti, but came from a can. Wasn't very good, but that's what I ate.
John, did you bring my book back?
Let me see. I'm really sorry, aset ghost. I forgot. I'll bring it back next time. I promise.
John, do you like natto?
Well, let me see. No, not really. Okay, this is an important point. Because I didn't have to think. John, do you like natto? No, I don't. But that is a little bit rude, a little bit strong. So often we say, let me see, when we want to say some bad news. So maybe for the aset ghost, natto is his favourite food. If I say no, I hate it, it's a little rude. If I say, let me see, then he thinks, John probably doesn't like natto.
John, what is the capital of England?
Capital of England. Let me see. It's not Birmingham. It's not Manchester. That's right. It's London. Very nice city. If you haven't been to London, please go. You'll have a great time.
John, what British food do you recommend?
What British food do I recommend? Well, let me see. Wow. It's difficult. What British food? It's a very difficult question. Most Japanese people don't like British food. But most Japanese people, when they go to England, eat scones, or as some people say, scones, and they're very delicious. So please try some scones.
John, I like football. Is Aston Villa a good football team?
Wow, let me see. Well, this year they're not so good. Some years they're good, occasionally they're great, but this year not so good. But they're my team, so up the Villa.
John, this is a serious question.
Mm.
What is the meaning of life?
The meaning of life? That is a good question. Wow. Wow. That really is a good question. What is the meaning of life? The meaning of life is to keep learning. That's what you should do. Learn something every day. So, for you out there who are studying English, study hard every day. Learning something new is the meaning of life. Thank you.
John, when does this lesson finish?
I'm not really sure. Well, let me see. Maybe now. Maybe it's time to finish. So, when you're speaking in English, please try to use these hesitation devices so that the other person understands that you're thinking. You have, well, let me see. And also remember, with let me see, if you want to give some bad news, maybe the person likes something but you don't like it, that's a good way to signal that you're going to give bad news. If you have to think a little bit longer, well, let me see. If it's a difficult question, like what's the meaning of life, then that is a good question. Then you can think about it for a long time. But now this really is the end of the lesson, so thank you all very much. Come and see us again at aset channel.